And now, Rock on the Range coverage on 99.7 The Blitz.
A couple years ago, when you were here in Columbus at Rock on the Range, you had the next to last slot. I won't mention the band that came on after you, but I don't know if anybody told you this or not, but after your set was done, I flew in for that show just because you were on the bill.
Right.
2/3 of the stadium left after you got done because everybody wanted you to headline that show, and everybody couldn't believe that you weren't, and they were just like, and I'm just like, it's politics, and
I mean, it's all good. I mean, I know Limp Bizkit played after us, and I have no bad feelings to those guys.
Okay.
I felt bad. I mean, but I mean, the same thing could happen tonight. You never know. I mean, it's 3 days in the sun. People go home early. I mean, hopefully people won't split early because we have a huge show, especially towards the end. I don't want people to miss it.
do you ever, due to crowd reaction, do you ever have to call an audible right in the middle of the show, or do you go by the game plan?
I mean, we pretty much stick to the game plan because it works, in the sense that no matter what the crowd is, I mean, crowds always vary. Crowds are always different. Some crowds are like really crazy from the get-go. Some crowds are sort of like mellow at the beginning, but wherever they begin, they all end up in the same place.
Yeah.
We'll beat them into submission and make them have fun against their better judgment. I really think, though, sometimes I really feel that I've noticed it over the years, and just like crowds are just getting reserved in a weird way, and it's almost like you have to teach them how to have fun again. Sometimes they're getting really like, I don't know if it's such a stare at your computer, don't even move world, that sometimes, like last night, I literally stopped the show and I was like, okay, put your goddamn fucking phones in your pocket. I cannot stand everyone watching the show like this.
Right, yeah.
It's right in front of you. You're in the front row. You're looking at this tiny shit screen. What are you, out of your mind? I mean, it's so annoying. I mean, 2 seconds, take a picture, whatever, but people will literally hold the phone in front of their face for an hour. And it's just, I mean, sometimes I don't care, but every once in a while it's just like, it's annoying because it's such a like disconnect. Like, you want that experience.
Well, the cool thing about it is, and I've said this to you from the beginning, is that you are one of the few people in the business, and I know I totally sound like I'm gushing at the moment, but
in the next
Roger
interview,
said
it's going to be in the next room. You guys are the...
No. That you give people their money's worth, because you actually do put on a show. There are several bands on tour who they just go up and play, and for my money, my personal taste, I'd rather see a show going on. I want to see a full production show.
Well, I think it's important. I mean, obviously it's expensive, and I could rape and pillage and make a fucking fortune off everything if I didn't put on a show. But even with Rock on the Range, I was like, screw it. As long as we don't lose money, let's just spend it all back on the production. Because I just feel it's important, because going back to what I said a minute ago, I don't blame a lot of people because bands have let shows become boring. I watch these bands and I go, how big are your fucking egos that you think you can stand there and do nothing all night and we're just going to hang on every bead of sweat that doesn't even drip off your forehead because you're not even sweaty because you don't do anything on stage. Yeah. So, not that everybody has to be lighting things on fire and things have to be blowing up, but you got to have something. And because it doesn't matter who you see. If someone's been around a long time and you go see them, whether it be Kiss or Tony Bennett, you go, oh, well, this is why they've been around for so long. And I don't know, I don't get it. I watch bands sometimes, I go, I don't even know why you have a band. You look miserable on stage. You look miserable backstage, you look miserable on stage. Why do you even fucking do this? Maybe they're happy, I don't know.
Well, thank God you personally get it, and you do give everybody their money's worth.
Try.
I know through past experiences with you, you've told me that Doc Ock was your favorite Spider-Man villain back in the day. And
there's no way I told you that, because I always thought he was the worst.
You did!
I think
told me Doc Ock!
Maybe I was being sarcastic. I always thought, like, this nerdy guy with round glasses and a bowl cut.
You did tell me Doc Ock. I swear to God, you did.
I was just fucking with you.
I remember you telling me when we were doing an album special for Educated Horses that going into recording The Scorpion Sleeps, that you felt like you wanted another anthem along the lines of Dragula. Is there any thought thought like that going into this recording?
Haven't really thought about it. You know, I haven't really thought about the recording of the record that much because I kind of have compartmentalized the way I work now. Where, for me, it was all about Lords of Salem, and then boom, that was put on hold. Then it was all about rehearsing for this tour, and then it's all about this tour, and now I'm just worrying about tonight, and literally until this tour's over, I'm not even thinking about it. Because when I jump ahead, I don't want to be in this, because it's easy to sit backstage and start thinking about stuff that isn't going to happen for 6 months, then you go on stage and like, why am I thinking about that for? It's so irrelevant right now, and you get, so I don't do that anymore.
One more
So why do
question.
you keep asking me about it? Don't care.
One more question for you. What you told me at one point that you thought that a really cool soundbite to use on a record at one.
This is another fake memory of his.
It's not a vague memory. You told me this, Rob. You did. And as soon as I say the line, you're going to be like,
I'm trying to be polite, but everything you say is bullshit.
No, it's not.
All right.
I also
what did
remember
I
you
tell
told me on the last tour, you were just like, you can't believe a word I ever say. So, so my question was, you said at one point that you thought a really cool soundbite to use on a record would be Captain Quint from Jaws saying, "Here's to swimming with bow-legged women."
I never said that.
Yes, you did, Rob. I have you on tape. Yes, you did.
Well, you pull up that tape and prove me wrong on your next show.
You did. I swear to God, you did.
I just think that you said it. I have a feeling this is how it went. Here's a really great soundbite. You say it, and I go, yeah, whatever. And then you go, it gets lost in that.
I swear to God, you said it, Rob. I wouldn't make up something like
when
that,
did I
man.
say that? 1975?
I know.
I'm not saying it's not a good one, but I wouldn't use it because it'd be too obvious.
Well,
Someone
plus, I
would
mean,
sue me.
yeah, the issues with Universal, they might be like, excuse me, hello? You did.
All right, what else did I say?
That's the one thing that stuck out in my head
Oh,
right
okay.
there. So, but Rob's going to be headlining. Thank God he's going to be headlining Rock on the Range tonight at 9:45.
Yeah, and don't leave so that next year you'll be here with something like, and last year that band I don't want to mention, and everyone left.
No, hell
to
no.
the next guy sitting here. I know how you are. You DJs.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Backstabbers.
You and I have been doing this for like 15 years, man. I've never stabbed you in the back.
I
But
don't know. You make these things up. I don't know what you tell
I'm
people.
not making this up.
How animated is he? A little suspicious, isn't it?
Oh, God. Rob is going to be headlining Rock on the Range 2012 tonight.
I would
at
love to, next
9:45.
time you're here, hook you up to a lie detector and see what happens.
I'll sit down and do a lie detector. I've got no problem with that, man. I swear to God, I wouldn't make any of this stuff up.
Interesting. Oh, that's good.
I've got every interview we've ever done still. It's all on my vault. I've got it all.
Never met you. I'm not sure what station you work.
There's Rob. He's going to be headlining tonight at 9:45. Rock on the Range here in Columbus. Rob, thanks for hanging out with us on the Blitz, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Anything you say, Steve.